It's time for today's AM Minnesota program from the Goodhue County Fair. It is being sponsored by the Security State Bank of Kenyon and Wanamingo Mutual Insurance.
The Security State Bank of Kenyon has been proudly serving southeast Minnesota since the Great Depression days of 1934. Growing out of the failure of three banks, the family-owned and operated bank is dedicated to the financial needs of area farmers, businesses, and individuals. Security State Bank of Kenyon strives to keep up with the latest technology. It's not just a slogan, it's the mission at Security State Bank of Kenyon, where they say personal service, it's our style. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1876, Wanamingo Mutual Insurance has been protecting people in the Wanamingo area with agents who know the community. Daryl Clavin and Bonnie Herman are joined by Faribault Insurance and GMI Insurance Wanamingo to provide auto, farm insurance, homeowners, business owners, workers' comp, inland marine, and umbrella liability protection. Phone 507-824-2912 for details. Wanamingo Mutual Insurance, a nonprofit company developed to help neighbors. Main office located at 209 Main Street, Wanamingo.
Now let's head over to the Goodhue County Fair and News Director, Mr. Gordy Kosfeld.
Yeah, we got Bob Gonsior with us. He's the president of the Goodhue County Fair here in Zumbrota. Bob, thanks for joining me this morning.
Happy to be here with you.
Certainly do appreciate it very much. We were chatting just before we went on the air, and I asked you, I said, I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your favorite thing at the fair, and your response?
I don't really have one favorite thing. It's to me, it's the whole county fair. It's about community. There's only one thing in this county that brings everybody together, and it is the county fair. And that's a special place to be. And have that happen every year is really a cool thing.
Yeah, I just got done having breakfast in the Goodhue County Pork Producers Building and visiting with some youngsters that are showing animals at the fair, and they all have bright smiles, even though it was early in the morning for them.
Yeah, that's a tendency to see that every day. It's a big day. Well, it's a big day every day for the people showing here, all the 4-Hers. So it's exciting. It's exciting. You know, they can be foes on the sport field, but when it comes to 4-H, it brings them right together, and that's every community coming together.
What I really think is interesting, Bob, is you don't have an agricultural background, right?
I do not have an agricultural background.
And this fair just exudes agriculture.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I did not grow up on a farm. I grew up on the north side of the cities. I've been in Goodhue County for 20 years now, and I've been on the fair board 8 years, and I've been president 5. So for me, my love of this fair came with my kids being in 4-H, and all three of my kids came through it, and that's where I found out about the Goodhue County Fair, and just I really love it. It's all about community for me.
And the kids gained a lot from being in 4-H.
Yes, they did. It's a really interesting thing. When I talk to my older kids now about what they remember about their childhood growing up, it's not about the sports. It's not about the other things. They talk about the county fair and the things they did at the county fair for the 5 days during the fair. So it's a cool thing. It's really a cool thing.
Yeah, and you've got a good fair going again this year. I know you got a little light rain today, and you're hoping it kind of moves on out of here.
Yep. We all need the rain. We know that. But I love when the rain's not here on the evening hours, because that's when people get off work and come bring their family and enjoy our festivities in the grandstands. And, it's been really a good fair so far.
Yeah, tractor pull tonight.
Tractor pull tonight, yep. 6:30, I believe, is the start time. So gates open 1 hour before. We're expecting a nice crowd tonight. Tomorrow night we have the second night of autocross, which is always a big night on Friday night, and then our big main event on Saturday night, which is the demo derby, and we have what I think it's called old iron class, and there's going to be 30 cars in that with. It'll be quite the show they put on with the old iron.
Well, you guys always have a great demolition derby here in Goodhue County.
I would say yes. When I talk about all the other counties around here, there's probably not too many that rival the amount of cars we get for our demo derby, which is usually in the 50s or 60s or more.
And it's a very entertaining demolition derby.
Yes, they put on a great show. They really, really do. And I think it has become like the marquee demo derby for this area in southeast Minnesota has come to the Goodhue County.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I could say that because when I was in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, My little brother loved demo derby, so we went to virtually every demo derby in the area.
Wow.
Rice County, we went to Cannon Falls, the Cannon Valley Fair. We came to the Goodhue County Fair. His favorite was the Goodhue County Fair.
And I when I talk to people about who come to this fair over the years, that is a big thing for this fair. It has been known for a long time, Saturday Night Demo Derby, so I can understand why it was his favorite.
You have pit passes for $30. Now, Mr. Stair told us yesterday that within the last few years you put in the no booze in the pits, which is probably a pretty good policy.
Yeah, we really want to try to not have alcohol back there, just because it's there's lots of moving things back there, and we don't need anyone getting hurt. So we'd really appreciate it if people would follow that rule. We don't want to get anyone kicked out for having alcohol with them. So we'd appreciate it if they didn't bring it back there.
Yeah, and then nobody under 12 could be in there either.
Correct. Nobody under 12 and no alcohol. That's pretty hard rule for us.
And again, we want to keep people safe.
That's why we implemented those rules a few years back.
The Rice County Fair this year was forced to raise their fencing by their insurance company.
Interesting.
That didn't happen here in Goodhue.
It has not happened here. No. We do have a fairly sizable setback, so I'm not foreseeing that happening at this stage.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah, your setback is pretty good.
Yeah, yep. Our stands are close, but they're not that close. So we're thankful that's not happened to us yet.
But like he said, the fair manager there in Rice County, those kind of expenses get added all the time.
Yes. It's one of those hidden things that most people don't realize the cost of insurance to insure a fair. There's just a lot of activity for 5 days. So, it's just a hidden cost that we figure out how to manage it.
Yeah, we were talking to Phyllis Clemenson over at the malt stand, and even they have to buy rider insurance or something to protect themselves. And you don't think of those things when you're wondering why that malt is that much money. Well, you got to add on that cost.
Exactly. It's a hidden cost that most people don't even take into account. So, yeah.
So just want to remind people of some of that stuff as they come to the Goodhue County Fair in Zumbrota. You got a carnival back this year, Bob.
Carnival's back this year, bigger and better than ever. Happy to have them back. It's a tough thing when they don't show up, but they're here this year. We want you to bring your kids down and enjoy the carnival. There are some wristband times. Right off the top of my head, I don't know what they are, but some good deals for them to ride the unlimited rides for purchasing a wristband on certain hours. So I know there's tonight. I know there is a wristband tomorrow night. I know there's a wristband. I think there's 2 on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So bring the kids out and enjoy the carnival and enjoy the fair.
Yeah. Well, we probably should touch on the fact that the carnival is in the same location, I think, that it was previously, right?
Yep. Same location, and kind of on the north.
We have moved some things around on this fairground.
We have, yes. The entertainment tent now sits over by the beer garden area. Carnival's still in the same area. Some of our free entertainment acts have kind of shifted around a little bit, so that gets you out to explore the fairgrounds, and we like that. We want you to explore every inch of the fairgrounds and see the things that we're doing, so kind of makes it like a treasure hunt.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, but you've added to the free entertainment.
We have, yes. We've added three shows this year, multiple times during the day, so you can check the schedule. The daily event boards that are around the grounds, you'll be able to see when they perform, but it's about every couple hours you'll see a performance, and we've staggered them so you should be able to see them all, so they're not all performing at the same time. So some pretty interesting ones. The Dangerous Feats of Comedy is quite the show, and that's a ground act right across from the pork producers booth.
Is the beer garden run by any particular organization?
Yeah, Zumbrota Fire Department runs our beer gardens and the beer concessions in the grandstand as well.
So then they book the bands and all that?
No, the bands are booked by the county fair. We have an entertainment committee that takes on that task of finding acts to come and perform at our fairgrounds. So yeah, it's exciting.
Well, you got a good lineup too this year, I noticed.
We do. Tonight, I'm just going to quickly look because you're catching me right out. Ryan Sullivan's performing tonight. Local guy, great act. He's from 7 to 10, I believe, in the beer garden. Ryan, a good friend of mine. Always draws great. And then Friday night, we have...
it's Senior Day Friday.
Yep, Senior Day Friday. So we do have old-time music by George's Concertina Band will be here. Love to see the old people coming to polka dance.
2:30 to 6:30.
2:30 to 6:30. My parents took me to polka dance when I was a kid at the Bellray Ballroom. So I grew up knowing this music. My dad played a concertina when I was growing up, so I know this music.
Wow, you must listen to KDHL in the act.
Well, I have a few times, yes, exactly. And then we have music by the Old Country Boys from 7:30 to 11:30 on Friday night. And then always to wrap up the show, we have music by Foster Grand on Saturday night after the demo. And then something really big this year, we have fireworks.
That's right, they're back this year.
Yep, fireworks at dusk on Saturday night, so we're pretty excited about that.
I think it was Chuck that told us on the opening day of the fair that it's been a long time since
it's been a long time. I don't ever remember seeing fireworks here. Gordy?
No, I don't either. And I've been here almost 40 years.
Yeah, and so I'm guessing she's pushing 50 years. It's exciting. We're hoping that the rain holds off because I really want to have people to be able to see the fireworks, and really in honor of celebrating the 250th anniversary of this country.
Where are they going to shoot them from?
So it would be on the south side of the grandstands in our neighbor's field behind the grandstand, behind where we set up our autocross back in there.
Okay.
So close, you'll be able to see them anywhere on the fairgrounds. We went with an aerial show versus a ground and aerial, so everything's going to be in the air. There should be no problem.
So it sounds like the best spot might be the grandstand.
Might be the grandstand. Yeah, exactly. You're going to have an awesome view of what you can see. And I'm sure we'll open that up after the Derby will be open, so they'll be able to get back in there. And
so that's the finale of the fair.
Finale of the fair, yep. Fireworks, and then come to the beer garden and then listen to music by Foster Grand, and they put on a great show as well.
Did you get a special sponsor to provide those fireworks?
We did, but right off the top of my head, I'm not the guy to ask. I apologize.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. We'll find out and we'll let people know.
Absolutely. Duncan would be the guy you'd want to talk to. Duncan is an unbelievable guy that helps us out with securing sponsorship for different things around the fair. And Gordy, I'll tell you what, I'll get a hold of Duncan and I'll find out and get back to you.
No, we'll let people know. And no question, Jerry's fighting. I mean, he's just chomping at the bit to get those opening markets, courtesy of your KDHL Agri Boosters.
Good morning. It's time for the Market Minute here on the Linder Farm Network. I'm Linda Brecky. September corn $4.49 and down 8 1/4. December $4.72, now $4.73, down 7 3/4. March also down 7 3/4. September beans $11.63 3/4, down 1 1/2. November $11.82 1/4, down 1. September soybean meal up $2.80. September soybean oil down 44. September Chicago wheat down 3 1/4. Minneapolis September $6.80 up 7. Live cattle October down $2, $221.80. September feeder cattle down $1.90. October lean hogs down $165 at $81.90. December down $150. The Dow is up 178. That's a Market Up Minute.
The market update was sponsored by those KDHL Agri Boosters, including Northland Buildings. For quality post-frame construction, find out more. Check out their website, northlandbuildings.com. Also, Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency in Near Strand. Craig does help protect all things important to you. We will continue with today's AM Minnesota program right after this.
The Security State Bank of Kenyon has been proudly serving southeast Minnesota since the Great Depression days of 1934. Growing out of the failure of three banks, the family-owned and operated bank is dedicated to the financial needs of area farmers, businesses, and individuals. Security State Bank of Kenyon strives to keep up with the latest technology. It's not just a slogan, it's the mission at Security State Bank of Kenyon, where they say personal service, it's our style. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1876, Wanamingo Mutual Insurance has been protecting people in the Wanamingo area with agents who know the community. Daryl Clavin and Bonnie Herman are joined by Faribault Insurance and GMI Insurance Wanamingo to provide auto, farm insurance, homeowners, business owners, workers' comp, inland marine, and umbrella liability protection. Phone 507-824-2912 for details. Wanamingo Mutual Insurance, a nonprofit company developed to help neighbors. Main office located at 209 Main Street, Wanamingo.
Back to News Director Mr. Gordy Kosfeld hosting today's AM Minnesota program from the Goodhue County Fair.
Yes, we're in the fair office, and Bob Gonsior, who's the president of the fair board, is with yours truly, and he's going to get the sponsor of the fireworks here shortly, I'm sure, just because I think they should probably be
Absolutely want to recognize. Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'd be remiss, Bob, if I didn't congratulate you and the fair board on the incredible work you did getting those barns replaced.
Thank you. We're very proud of that. You know, the way things are in today's world, you know, an opportunity was presented to us. You know, building 4 barns in basically 5 years, major task for a small fair like us. And so it's very exciting. You know, we're not done. We really want to take it to that next phase. We want to put up another barn, and we really want to do an outdoor show arena with a roof on it. So we're not done. We're excited about the opportunity, and we're out actively looking for sponsors for those 2 added pieces to the fair. But I don't want you to forget that the old commercial building just right across from our office was recently done this year. So thanks to Chandler Roofing and Construction out of Red Wing, they helped fund that project, and so we opened that and took it back to the original.
It looks great.
Which I'm very excited about. I didn't realize there was windows on there. They were boarded up, so we opened all the windows back up, new siding, new windows, new roof. I even got the old flagpoles working. So, you know, I think, Gordy, when you look at a building that was built in 1915 and 112 years later, 111 years later, we refurbished it. I think it can stand for another 100 years, and I'm very, very excited about that.
I'd say that's a pretty good return on your investment.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy sell when I talked to the...
Curious to know what it cost them to put that building up in 1914 or 15.
That would be really interesting, because I know what the renovation run us, and I know it isn't even near that cost.
It's nuts, the prices nowadays.
Oh yeah, it really is. I mean, you know, we just, as a board, we really want to make this fair last as long as we can make it, and because what we do today affects our grandchildren and their kids, and
it doesn't look, Bob, anytime soon your 4-H program is going to go down. It is still growing. Right?
It is still growing. If I'm not mistaken, we now have I think, and you have to confirm with Alan, but we are like 1 or 2 in the state for the largest 4-H contingency, with active kids being involved in 4-H. It's impressive.
You always bring the most animals to the state fair.
Always the most animals.
You have the most animals on any fairgrounds in the state of Minnesota. That includes Steele County, which is the largest county fair. We'll be there next week.
Yep, exactly. So, you know, it's kind of funny, you know, when you go to the state fair with your animal, and they're like, well, what county are you from? And you say, oh, we're from Goodhue. And they go, oh, one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? The one of them comment comes up.
Darla.
So, yeah, it's interesting. And that really makes our fair.
Darla's going to join me tomorrow.
Perfect.
It's senior day tomorrow, and she's in charge of the seniors, right? Are you still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have time
Will
here.
you join me tomorrow? Bob's doing today. You'll do tomorrow?
Yes.
All right.
So
I got my guest tomorrow.
Perfect, and you'll have a great conversation with Darla.
Oh, yeah.
She has lots of history and knowledge of the fair. So
Yeah, she's been around a while.
Gordy, I was able to get the sponsors for the fireworks.
Okay.
So Flavio's Handyman Service, Kohlenhofer Farms, Brett Dankers, and the Fireside Lounge, and the Messenger. And we really appreciate all those sponsors to help us put on the fireworks.
How big a show is this going to be, Bob? Do you know?
15 to 20 minute show, roughly along that lines. I took a big gulp when I saw the price, but
okay.
Duncan said, "Hey, I'll figure out. We'll
and he did.
And he did. And we really appreciate those sponsors stepping up and helping us with that cost. Because it takes a community to put on the county fair, as I've said. So lots of local businesses support us. Go to our website. You're going to see all the listings of all the local businesses and people who have stepped up to help us. And just all the volunteers, Gordy. It takes a lot of people to put this fair on, a lot of volunteer hours, because it just doesn't happen the 5 days of the fair. We literally start planning for this fair next November, this coming November. So it takes 9, 10, 11 months.
You only take a couple months off.
And it really isn't. You're right. We take maybe 2 months off. I mean, everyone needs a break.
But in between that time, don't you do some kind of a dinner or something, if I remember right? Or is that the Friends of the County Fair?
No. So we do have just an appreciation for our board that we have a dinner in March. So it's just a thank you. Bring their spouses. Because anyone who knows someone who's been on the fair board, it's a lot of hours. And we do it because we love it. And it's not for the accolades. And I appreciate people saying thank you. And it's great to hear that. But it's just a good thing to do. It's a good thing to give back.
Yeah. So what's the next building? You did the commercial exhibit over here. What's the next one? The dairy barn? Is that coming?
Well, if we can get funds raised, we'll rework the dairy barn. We're getting close. But I really want to put up a band shelter.
Maybe Marigold will help you with that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, like I said, we're actively looking right now. So, but it would be fun to get the band out of the beer garden and create a new band shelter. So we're looking at that possibly for next year. So we'll see. Yeah, we like surprising people with the things we're doing. And as you can see, every year you come here and something's changed.
So that would give you more room in the beer garden. Then.
More room in the beer garden. I love the people that patronize our beer garden, but it can get hard to have a conversation there and talk.
Well, you can say that again, especially on senior night because the place is packed.
It is packed. And so, it'd be nice to see the bands have their own stage, and we're going to connect it with the beer garden, but it'll be just its own separate area. So
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I like what they did with the canopy of the Goodhue County Pork Producers Building. What do you think?
I love it. I was in there having lunch yesterday, and they opened up the doors, and it really changed kind of the atmosphere in that building. So yeah, it's a great addition for them.
You guys added more food stuff here too.
Yeah, I think we're at 19 vendors this year, which it's been a long time since we've had that many vendors. So lots of opportunity, lots of different foods. Yeah, we're excited. Please come out and visit us.
Including their world-famous cheese curds.
That is, I guess if I have to pick a food, it probably is them.
They are fantastic.
Yes. Actually, I'm a huge fan of the State Fair, but I like our cheese curds better.
I told Bruce back in the day, Bruce Steege, that you guys need to get a booth at the State Fair for these cheese curds.
I mean, I don't know what they do, but they are phenomenal. They really are good cheese curds. So if you haven't had them, please come out and try them.
Yeah, I think they use flat beer as the batter.
Oh, really? Interesting. I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. Bruce would never tell me.
Should be sharing that secret.
But I did find out. I got my ways.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I got my ways, Bob. In fact, the other day I put a $10 bill down and I said, "Give me some raw cheese curds," because I'm diabetic, so the fried I probably shouldn't have, but I can handle the raw, just raw cheese.
Yeah. And so I'd like to touch on one more thing that we've really kind of shirked up.
Absolutely.
The horticulture building. If you haven't been in there, boy, has that changed. We really focused. We gave it some love the last couple of years. It's really changed to the point where we've took in the most quilts we've ever taken in. So we had just about 100 quilts that came in last year.
Wow.
46. We've done new display cases. We're just really wanting people to become active that have a passion with a hobby, whether it's flowering, gardening, quilting, woodworking, making pies, canning. Please come and share your passion with the county fair with that opportunity to get a chance to go to the state fair.
Yeah, that's kind of a tradition of fairs that's gone down a little bit. I was over there talking to the young lady who was saying our art projects are down. Photography is up.
Yep.
And, of course, she's an old art teacher. And I said, well, photography, you have to have an eye to be a good photographer,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. So lots of things to see over there. Please come and see, because it's changed, and it really, really looks nice, and I'm excited about that part of our fair.
And those free entertainment shows are Doc's Fun Time Variety Show, Dangerous Feats of Comedy, and Jay's Family Entertainment, which sounds very interesting. It's all about farm safety.
All about farm safety, and it's geared towards kids. So it will be on the west end of the 4-H building over by the FFA barnyard.
Where the Marinettes used to be.
Yes, exactly. So they put on 2 different shows, so you can watch them a couple times during the day, and you're going to see a different act. So excited to have them here. And the pre-entertainment's very good.
You used to have a chainsaw artist, and
Yeah.
they'd have an auction off. I remember I bought a couple pieces here.
Yeah, they're on the docket to come back at some point. To me, I don't want to bring the same thing back year after year after year, because then it loses its luster.
Right.
So we're working really hard to swap out that pre-entertainment every year and give them a new opportunity. The Dangerous Feats of Comedy were here 4 years ago, so this is their second turn, and when I called them to come back, they were really excited. So it's fun to see them return, because they do change their acts as well. So same people, little different act, little different deal. So you're getting a bit different flavor for the
variety is the spice of life. Right?
Correct. You hit it right on the head.
It is the spice of life. So, some of the great acts you like having back, but like you said, give them a couple of years off and then come back.
Yeah. So, and people that come today may have not come to our fair 4 or 5 years ago. We've really seen an uptick in our attendance, and we're excited to have new people come and explore us.
You probably have a hard time figuring out what the radius is of people that come to your fair. I'm guessing some people come over from Wisconsin.
Yep, I would say Wisconsin, Rochester, moving over to Northfield. Our radius is actually, we feel it's probably grown over the last 4 or 5 years, just with the entertainment, with the excitement of our fair changing. It's just been interesting. That would be a great demographic to kind of figure out how to capture where they're from.
Well, I tell you what, there are some schools that as part of their classes, they'll do a survey for you, and it doesn't really have to cost you anything.
That would be interesting.
St. Olaf, Carleton, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
That's a great thought. I'll have to get our marketing team on that and figure out really kind of what our footprint is.
To stand with a clipboard at the gate or something and interview people and get a gauge of where they came from and all that, and keep track of all that.
Yeah, that's a great.
It'd be kind of interesting to know. Well, I just got a couple of moments left in the show. Anything that I missed out on like a bonehead missed out on?
No, we pretty much covered it all. I'm just excited for people to come and enjoy the fair this year. Bigger, better, always. Come explore it, eat, check out the grandstand entertainment, walk through the barns. They're full.
And visit with your neighbors.
And like I always say, the beauty of it is that, you can see someone once a year, but it's like you never missed a beat at the county fair.
That's true. There are people that I only see at this fair every year.
Yep. And when you talk to them, it's like you never missed a beat, right?
Right. That's exactly what it should be all about.
Exactly. Community.
Wouldn't the world be a better place if every day was a county fair day?
Oh, I'd love it. Really. It's a happy place.
That was kind of philosophical, wasn't it?
Yeah, you really touched a deep bone there.
Well, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it again.
Appreciate you, Gordy. Thank you.
I know you got a busy schedule, so taking time to visit with yours truly is much appreciated.
Well, I'm happy to be on the air, and I really appreciate all you do for us.
Yeah, and a big thank you to the folks at Wanamingo Mutual Insurance Agency and the Security State Bank of Kenyon for making it possible. Jerry, take it away.
Thank you, Gordy. Great job hosting today's AM Minnesota program from the Goodhue County Fair. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Wanamingo Mutual Insurance and the Security State Bank of Kenyon.